Hello everyone and welcome to the channel, and here is Google Apps Updates Roundup number 84, and in this episode I'm going to share with you tons of new features in Google Apps. So without further ado, let's jump in. Let's start with YouTube, and the first change: when you play a video in portrait view and then switch to full screen, now you can see all the controls at the bottom. That includes the like, dislike, the comments, save, and you also have the ellipses, which will give you more options. We also got a redesigned share sheet. Previously it was a smaller one and you can scroll through the apps horizontally, but now it has a grid view with 3 icons in each row, and at the bottom right corner you have a more button that gives you access to the normal share sheet. Last but not least, the Shorts editor got a lot of new tools. The first one is called Effects. When you go inside, you have plenty of options over here that you can add to your video, and they are categorized in appearance, lenses, and backgrounds. The second new menu is called Green Screen, and here you can add a green screen to your video, and once it detects a subject, it will isolate it from the background like this, or you can choose your own green screen from this carousel. Also, we have a new option called Retouch. We have filters. You can improve the lighting. You have the flashlight option, and also the comments, where you can pick any of the comments from your community. Next, YouTube Music. And the first change is the new samples section. So instead of going to the samples tab to check your suggestions in full screen view like this, now you have the ability to go through them in a horizontal carousel and get a quick preview from your home feed. Google also added a lot of new options under the notification settings. So when you go to settings and then notifications, now you have more than one toggle to choose from. So here you have music recommendation, playlist update, podcast recommendation, product update, recap notifications, and event notifications. And that will give you more flexibility to choose what type of notifications you want to activate. Next, Google Photos. Starting with the Magic Editor, now we have some extra features. So for example, I edited this photo and I will choose this option as my favorite, and now you have a button at the top to view original. So when you tap on it, it will allow you to view the original image. Plus we got those two new undo and redo buttons. So here's the undo and here's the redo. Earlier this month, I also got this new banner at the top of my Photos view. It says here, your Photos experience is now more personalized, manage settings, and it has the AI logo on the left side. I couldn't find anything different under settings, but when you go to the Google Photos website and then hit the gear icon and then scroll down a bit, you will see a new toggle called Activity-Based Personalization. The description says enable activity-based personalization for memories and other features based on how you use Google Photos. So it seems like Google is using AI behind the scenes to enhance your Photos experience, but till now I didn't spot any major difference, but I will keep you updated in my future episodes. Last but not least, now you have the ability to select the photos and videos backed up to the cloud from the system-wide photo picker. And to activate this feature, you need to go to the Photos settings and then Apps and Devices, then Google Photos Access, and you will see the photo picker as the only option. When you go inside, you have allow or don't allow, and the description says the photo picker can access your photos and videos so you can share them with other apps. And you also have an option here at the bottom of the screen called the Cloud Media App Settings. Tapping on it will take you to the Settings app, to the Cloud Media page, where you can select Google Photos as the default option, or you can deactivate the feature by choosing none. That means next time you try to pick a photo from any app, you will get access to your cloud-based media files. Next, Gboard. And it got a very useful feature that I've been waiting for so long. When you go to Tools, now we have a new Scan Text option. Tapping on it will start the camera from within Gboard, and now you have the ability to scan whatever text you see. So I'm going to use this paper as an example, hit the shutter key, and now it highlighted the text it can copy. When I tap on any of the options, I have the Insert button, which will insert it to the text field, and I can do this multiple times from the same photo. I can close the tool using the X or hit the back arrow to start over again. Next, Google Messages. And it got plenty of new features. The first one is the new animation when you react to certain messages. So here's some of the examples that looks really nice when you use them. This is how the heart animates, and these are some of the smiley faces. You get some animations, and also the bubble changes its color briefly until the animation finishes. The voice messages also got a couple of new features. The first one, when you start recording, now we have a new noise cancellation toggle that you can turn on or off, which helps in reducing the background noise. Once you stop the recording, you have the ability to choose between different styles for your voice message to make it pop in the conversation. And this is how it looks when you send it in the conversation itself. As you see, the emojis are animating on the voice message bubble. There is also a new video call button inside the conversation. Tapping on it will take you to Google Meet to start a meeting immediately from Google Messages. And when you use Magic Compose, now you have the ability to give instant feedback on the suggested phrases using the thumbs up and thumbs down, and this button will give you more information about the feature. The contact info page also got a complete revamp. When you tap on the name, you will get some shortcuts at the top, like starting a video call, a voice call, go to the contact page in the Contacts app, start a search inside the conversation. Then you have a separate section for the shared media called images, and you can scroll through them horizontally. Then we have some settings for the notifications. You can turn on the send SMS and MMS messages only, block and report spam. Then you have the end-to-end encryption confirmation that the feature is turned on, and you can verify the encryption using this button. And finally, you can add more people to the same conversation to start a group chat. And lastly, it seems like Google is blocking RCS messaging on rooted devices as reported by some users on Reddit. And here's a quick demo for the new behavior. This user is trying to send a message, and after a couple of seconds, it disappears immediately. And it says here that it seems that Google Messages has implemented Play Integrity API attestation checks. So be aware, if you root your device or install a custom ROM, you may lose access to RCS in Google Messages. Next, Google Chrome. And we got a new exciting feature that will allow you to use the picture-in-picture window with the Chrome custom tabs. What I mean by custom tabs is when you open a link from within another app, that means a Chrome custom tab. Now we have a new arrow at the top left corner. Tapping on it will minimize this page into a picture-in-picture window that you can resize or dock to the side and continue browsing normally. If you want to get back to the same page, you can simply tap on the full screen button and it will open it back again. Once you do the same thing for another tab, it will automatically replace whatever you have in this picture-in-picture window with the new link, and you can only have one open at a time. This feature is not activated by default, but you can jump to the Chrome flags to activate it yourself by typing Chrome : and then 2 flags, and look for something called Allow Custom Tabs to be minimized. Just set it to enabled, relaunch your Google Chrome, and it will get activated. Next, the Google Files app. And we got plenty of new features. The first one is the ability to scan documents directly from the app using this button. Tapping on it will take you to the same exact document scanner we have in Google Drive. And once you snap the shot, it will give you the same exact options to add a filter to clean the document from any smudges, or retake and delete with the ability to add multiple pages. Once you save the scanned document, it will automatically create a folder inside documents called scanned. And when you open your documents, you will see it as a filter at the top to immediately jump to your scanned documents. The second change is the removal of the bottom navigation bar, and all the options are now located under the side menu, including the clean, trash, and settings. Change number 3 is the ability to hide the save folder from your home page by tapping on the ellipses, then hide save folder, and you can get it back again by doing the same steps. And when you scroll all the way down, you will see a new option called Other Storage. From here, you can access all the cloud storage you have set up on the device, like Google Drive or Dropbox. Last but not least, when you go to the apps folder, now you can see the themed icons of the supported apps. Next, Google Play Store. And the first change is the new device filters that you will see right under the install button based on the app availability. So in this case, I have phone, Chromebook, or tablet. And from here, you can check the listing of each device. On top of this, you got a separate section at the top called Other Devices. Tapping on it will allow you to check the apps related to a specific device. And here you have the full list of different devices to choose from. The second change is under the Google Play Store settings and then network preferences. When you go to auto update apps, now we have a new option called update with limited amount of mobile data. It says here when Wi-Fi isn't available, Google Play will update a few of your most important apps using only a limited portion of your mobile data, which is a middle ground between don't update apps or update all apps over cellular data. And this one will only focus on the most important apps based on your usage. And I got this notification while using cellular data saying your important apps will automatically update, and it's giving me the exact same description. And lastly, we got a new splash screen that shows Google Play button at the top left corner before converting into a search bar. Next, Nearby Share is now Quick Share. So let me show you how it looks. When you try to share any photo like this one, for example, and then tap on Quick Share, you get a brand new screen saying Quick Share at the top. From here, you can immediately change your device name. It will first show you your devices that are signed in with the same Google account, and then another section for the nearby devices. If you want to go to your Quick Share settings, you can tap on the ellipsis, then go to settings. It will first show your Google account, then the device name, same as before, and then you can change your visibility and choose between your devices, contacts, or everyone, with the ability to choose only everyone for 10 minutes. And when you access the visibility from the quick settings, this is how the new card looks. Next, Google Maps. And the first change is the removal of the app launcher from the assistant driving mode. So for example, I will start the navigation to Mall of Arabia, and as you see here, I lost the app launcher shortcut and it got replaced with a gear icon. When you tap on this gear icon, you can modify some settings like turning on the Do Not Disturb, allow incoming calls while driving, allow messages and voice replies, and here you have multiple choices. And when you go to more settings, it will take you to the driving mode settings under the Google app, but unfortunately it's not loading for now. Or you can turn off the driving mode from here as well, and you still can use the Google Assistant voice search. And if you are playing media, you can still see the media controls as before. I also started to notice a new behavior. When I start the navigation and then lock the device, it shows me the turn-by-turn directions on the lock screen. Not only this, but when I tap on it, it takes me back again to Google Maps without the need to unlock the device. And as you see here, once I stop the navigation, the phone is locked, and it does the same thing as the calculator app if you are familiar with this feature. Next, Gcam. Starting with the mobile app, when you go to more settings, the Google Lens suggestions menu item got renamed to camera scan suggestions. And when you use the Google Camera app on the Pixel Watch, now you have a lot more options to control your phone's camera, like the ability to choose between night sight, portrait mode, normal photo mode, video, slow motion, time lapse, and blur, with the ability to switch between the front and back cameras like this. Next, Google Assistant. And when you start a text typing, now you will see a redesigned text box with more rounded corners, and it blends nicely with Gboard. And when you start typing, you will see this new X to clear your typing immediately or get back to the voice search if you want. Moving to Gemini, it also got a couple of new changes. When you open the app for the first time after installation, you will get a screen to let you know what kind of features you will lose and get when you switch between the two assistants. So for example, it says here, stick with Google Assistant to use assistant routines, translate real-time conversations. But when you switch to Gemini, you will get access to create custom images, write emails, posts, and more, make learning easy, set up alarms, timers, and reminders, and more. And this will give you a quick reminder before switching to Gemini. The second addition is the ability to set reminders using Gemini, which wasn't available at first. So let me show you one of the examples. Remind me to call my friend tomorrow morning.
Got it. I'll remind you tomorrow at 8 a.m.
So as you see, it allowed me to set a reminder just fine. Next, Google Contacts. And there is only one new change. Now when you open any of the contacts, you will see the connected apps are now collapsed, and you have a separate section for each app. When you expand it, you get the message, voice, and video call options for each app separately, which looks much better than before. So that's pretty much it for today. Those are all the new features I wanted to show you in Google Apps. Please reach me out on social media if you spotted any new feature so I can include in my future episodes. But for now, thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next video.